So that being said, I'm going to start with the questions, okay? And I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to read the questions so that you guys can understand what I'm talking about. And the first question, let me pull it up. The first question I'm going to answer is this. I have a past that is shadier than snot, and I think that is like the funniest thing. I have always been super private about it and only talk about it with people who are involved. As much as me opening up about portions of it would be terrific, I'm not entirely sure I want my whole life and past screw-ups broadcasted for the entire world to see. How do I say screw it and just do it? I mean, my first answer is just do it. Just say screw it and do it. But if you need help with that, here's what I have to say, okay? I want all of us to take a minute right now, myself included, and I want you to think of a time in your life where it was a shady moment. It's a part of your past that you don't bring up. I don't want anybody to get emotional. I don't want anybody to start crying. I do want you guys to think about a time in your life where you felt like the world's against me. You felt like the cards were stacked against you. You know, I want you to think of that moment in your life, okay? I'm going to tell you guys a story. My 8th grade, little old Allie in 8th grade, I had this boyfriend, and I sent some pictures through email that shouldn't have been sent, okay? And 4 years later, my junior year in high school, some kid, the grade above me, hacked my Facebook, and my not so nice pictures were all over Facebook. Had to go to the police station, get them taken down. I was getting calls from my, from my boss, from my old softball coach. You guys, my not pictures that you want on Facebook were all over Facebook, right? Not something I want to talk about. I was literally remembered as that girl for like the next 4 years. People probably still talk about that time where my not so nice pictures were all over Facebook, okay? With that being said, the other day, I made a Snapchat rant. I'm big on Snapchat. I work my business through Snapchat. And what happened was I told the story. I said, hey guys, listen, I'm going to tell you this funny story, what happened to me one time, and I told the story. Within an hour of me telling that story, 7 girls messaged me and said that same thing happened to me. 7 girls reached out to me and said, I thought I was the only one. So I want you to think back to that moment in your life where it was so dark and it was shady and it was whatever it may have been. You made some bad decisions. Guess what? Didn't we all? Look at everybody on my, some of the past of my teammates, my past, none of us are, have clean hands. So with that being said, this is how I look at it, and I'm going to be honest with you. Think about where you were in that moment, and think about if someone had posted that same day on Facebook saying, I'm going through the same thing. I'm going through that too. Listen, my not so nice pictures were just leaked on Facebook too. I would have messaged her in a heartbeat. I felt alone. My friends disowned me. They wouldn't walk through the hallways in school with me because they didn't want to be seen with a girl whose, valuables were all over Facebook. Okay, I was in that moment, and I've never felt so alone in my whole entire life as I did. So imagine if just one person that day or even that week or even that month had put on Facebook and said, hey, I went through that. I would have messaged her in a freaking heartbeat. So let me tell you this. I want you to look at it this way. It's selfish not to share your story. It's selfish, okay? You're being selfish of being afraid of something that, guess what? You are where you are now, right? Are you not thankful for what you have in front of you right now, whether it be a child, a dog, a boyfriend, a house, a business? Are you not thankful for something in your life? Because without what happened, you might not be here right now. And I want to leave you guys with this. As I was writing these notes, this is what I thought about it. You're looking at it like this. I'm not going to share my past because of how it makes me feel. I don't care about how my past makes you feel. Listen, if that's your mindset, you're in the wrong business. This business revolves around helping other people. So if you can't step outside that comfort zone and say, hey, listen, at 16 years old, I made a bad decision, or at 20 years old, or at 30 years old, I made a bad decision. If you can't step outside your comfort zone, you're in the wrong business. This is a business for helping people, okay? So to me, it's never been hard for me to share my past. I have no problem admitting that at one point I couldn't afford tampons, because I know after talking to my team that there's at least 5 girls on my team have gone through a period and couldn't afford tampons. I'm sorry if there are any guys listening. So unless I share that story, you know, my ex-best friend on Facebook isn't about to go on and be like, I can't afford tampons, guys. Oh my God, my life is in shambles. But if I say, hey, I can't afford tampons, guess what? I open that door and they're going to come to me, and I don't even have to message them first. So that is with that question while I'm reading this. Yes, Caitlin, I did. One of my big hangups on posting about my not so pretty fat past is my family seeing it. I care less about my friends and my followers seeing it, but there are things my family doesn't need to know, or things that would hurt them. Do you have any advice on how to get around that? If you don't know what a Facebook list is, make one. Troy, I can help you with that. Message me after this and I can help you. Basically a Facebook list. So my dad was still paying child support on me up until like 2 weeks ago. So he couldn't know that I lived with Matt. So I had to block any post that had a picture of Matt's house or me sleeping next to Matt from my dad's family. So there is lists on Facebook where you can block family members, friends, a certain number of people from seeing your post. Okay. Second question. Charlie, are you on my phone? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Okay, second question, which goes along with the first one. I'm a very, very private person and have been my entire life. Laying dirty laundry or moments of struggle out for the world to see is literally a big no for me. I know we have to step out of our comfort zone to reach people, but is there any other way? Do I have to open myself up to be so vulnerable? Let me break it down for you guys. This is your business. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to post if you don't want to. You don't have to message if you don't want to. You don't have to show up to these Zooms if you don't want to. There's nobody saying, I'm going to fire you if you don't post about your dirty laundry back in 2007. Okay, nobody can fire you for that. But I want you to understand something. So say I'm here, right? And I've been talking to, I'm going to use Melissa because she's my upline. I've been talking to Melissa for so long about joining, and I'm right there and I kind of want to join. I'm just not sure. And me and Melissa have the same past. Say that me and Melissa, I don't know, we're homeless at one point in our lives and have that same past, but she hasn't admitted it on Facebook yet. So then I'm following. And Caitlin admits that at one point, Caitlin was homeless. I don't care how long Melissa's worked with me. If I can reach out and grab onto the fact that me and Caitlin have once in our lives been homeless, see you later, Melissa. I'm signing up with Caitlin because she understands. Okay, so let me, when it comes to that question, I want to just leave you with this. If you're not willing to share your past, be willing to give up potential distributors to someone who will. How does that make you feel? If you don't want to share your past, if you don't want to air your dirty laundry, fine by me. But understand that is you saying, here you go. Because guess what? I'm not ashamed to share whatever. You know, I'm all up in your pants. I don't care. I will tell you that I can't afford tampons on social media. But guess what? You're going to lose a potential to somebody like me because you're too afraid to air your dirty laundry. This is what I'm telling you guys. Take me with a grain of salt because I know I'm being blunt and I know I'm being honest and I know I'm being opinionated right now. But understand, if you're not willing to share your past, you're saying, here you go, I'm giving you my potential distributors to somebody that is. Everybody understand that? Yes, moving on. Okay. The next question was, how do I personalize things? Meaning, like life posts. How do I personalize them? So when I write a life post, one of my goals when I sit down and I write a life post is this. Out of 150,000 people with It Works Global, no one else can copy and paste my life post. That's how I make it personal. And if you get through writing your life post and someone on your team can copy and paste it and put it on their wall and claim it as their own, not personal enough. Make sense? Yeah? Stop copying and pasting life posts. Write your own. Yeah. Nobody can talk about Matt. I mean, they might have a boyfriend named Matt, but nobody can talk about what me and Matt have been through. Nobody can talk about my dog Remy getting bit by a snake. Nobody can talk about that time that, you know, whatever, I stole toilet paper from Subway. Okay? Like, understand that, you guys. If your life posts can be copied and pasted, they're not personal enough. Rule of thumb. So every time you write a life post, you should go through and say, can my downline Brianna copy that? Well, if she can, it's not personal enough. You know, if Brianna can put her boyfriend's name in and it fits exactly, not personal enough. So with that being said, that is my goal, how to be personal. Write a life post, go back and say, can somebody else copy this and make it, put it off as their own? Can somebody post this on their wall and their followers are going to think, wow, she just wrote that? No, nobody's taking, you know, nobody is taking, what's the word, Matt? Nobody's taking, not copywriting. Nobody's taking the satisfaction, whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Nobody is taking I'm waiting for it to go in the chat. Nobody's taking my something. Okay. Next step. Moving on. Next question. How do you channel passion? This is about my favorite question, honestly, guys. This was my favorite question that I got. How do I channel my passion? And I came up with kind of a way to explain it to you guys. I hope this works. So you have my post right here. And I'm saying, I love dogs, I rescue, I have 5 pit bulls, I cry every night over the dogs next door that live outside, time to change, yada, yada, yada. I put passion into my post about rescuing, right? And then you have my ex-best friend at home putting passion into the fact that she hates her baby daddy because he doesn't pay child support. Both of those have passion in them, right? Both of those things have passion in the post. Passion is not hard to put into posts. If you care about something, the passion comes naturally. Here is my trick, okay? I get on Snapchat, I get on Facebook Live all the time, and I show my passion through my hand movements, through me calling people out about not having $30 in their bank account, through me, telling people they need this business. They hear the highs in my voice. They hear the lows in my voice. They hear, me telling the dog to be quiet. They hear me laughing at Matt who did something. They can connect with me because they hear me. So when they read my posts, when any of you guys, get off this call and read my posts, you're going to read them in my voice. You're going to read them in my voice. You won't read them in your voice because you know what I sound like. And you know how excited I get. And you know how pumped up I am right now. So you're going to read my life post and read it in my voice. So passion isn't hard. It's getting people to understand that that they can hear your passion, that they know you're serious about it, that they know that that you are 100%. Because there's no difference with me being 100% about rescuing and my ex-best friend being 100% about that baby daddy she hates, right? Passion, we can put passion into anything. It's, can your followers connect to that passion? Can they feel that passion through your posts, So that is my number one tip. You guys, get on frickin' Facebook Live. Get on Facebook Live, y'all. I mean, I know it's scary, and I know you're sitting there going, oh, well, she's a red. She can do Facebook Live, no problem. Look at her. She's out here, throwing her hands in the air on this Zoom. That's fine. But guess what? Look at my team. I have a team of reds. So if you're a yellow or you're a blue or you're a green, you're going to attract, your vibe attracts your tribe. There's no problem. If you're yellow and you're scared and you're nervous and you hate doing Facebook Lives, get on Facebook Live and say, I hate doing these. I'm really nervous. This is totally out of my comfort zone, but I just had to let you guys know, this business is real. And just go from there. Admit that you're nervous, And other people that are nervous are going to be like, oh my gosh, look at her. She's nervous, but she's doing it. It must be this serious that she needs to. Sometimes I think that's my downfall is I get on Facebook Live about everything and people are like, all right, Allie, we get it with the Facebook Lives. But if you do it once a week and make it this big thing, they're going to listen to yours more than they listen to mine. So moving on up. Is it okay to repeat life posts? Yes, but don't be lazy, okay? There are times where life gets a little bit crazy and you're like, I don't know, sitting in line at Walmart or whatever it is, and you scroll back 4 months and you copy and paste a life post. There ain't nothing wrong with that, okay? We've all done it. But what I want to, and this girl was talking about being repetitive, and is it bad to be repetitive? And one thing that Melissa told me, and Melissa says all the time, which she got from someone else, but Melissa says like all the time, is that you see yourself posting every single morning about coffee in bed with the dogs. Every morning I make a post about coffee in bed with the dogs. I see those and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are probably so tired about hearing about me drinking coffee in my bed with my dogs. But turns out that, Mary only gets on Facebook once a week. So she only has Monday to see what I'm doing. So that's good, right? Some people don't see your post every single morning. Facebook algorithms, we know how they work. Some people don't see your post every single morning about you. And repetition is good. I mean, I think all of the top income earners, if you look at their Facebooks first thing in the morning, what are they doing? Talking about, I'm laying in bed with my kid. I'm dropping my kid off at this. Me and my kid are going to the park today. Every single day, they're like, it's kind of how we like drill it into our potentials' heads. Like every single day I get to wake up. Don't you wish that you could wake up and have coffee with your dogs in bed every single day? And also, this was something that I know my team has asked before, is that I feel like I'm boring. I feel like I do the same thing every single day. I feel like I'm boring. And to us, we are boring. Like if you guys could see my bedroom right now and you guys could just like see my house, like I'm boring. Like I sit home all day and hang out with the dogs, or I'm at the barn. I don't have this like life where I just travel the country every day. But to people that are sitting in a 9-to-5 office, sitting and having coffee with your dogs in the morning isn't boring. You outside playing with your dogs every afternoon, they wish that they could be doing that. So you think you're boring because you see it over and over and over again, but not everybody sees your Facebook all over and over. It sees that post every single day. So, okay, hold on, let me chat. Yes, no, Caitlin, that just started happening to me. Is that my time hop started posting, like pulling up my old life posts, and I'm like, yep, perfect. Like one more post, I don't have to write. It's okay but don't be lazy about it. Don't just continuously post. Oh, I've seen some people, and I'm like, you've literally posted that same life post like 7 times in the past month. Like, girl, write a life post. Don't be lazy about it, because if your life posts are part of our job. If you're not willing to grow, if you're not willing to try and write your own, if you're not trying to come up with something, a different thing to write about, then you're not growing as a person. You should be writing new life posts all the time. So the next question is, I'm good at liking and commenting, but I freeze up with messaging. Okay. If I could say I'm one thing, it is I am petrified. I've never been as scared of anything else as I am about missing out. Okay. I have this like fear. Like that's probably why I like failed all my classes in college, because I was like afraid that if I didn't go to that party that like something crazy would happen and I would miss it. And I mean, that explains why I'm not, I failed Texas A&M. So I have a fear of missing out, and it's serious. And I think with this business, everybody should have a fear of missing out. All of you guys should be afraid to miss out. And I will never remember, okay, last February, conference was on, we had it on our phone, and me and Matt were going to babysit for one of my mom's friends in the area. And so we were listening to conference on our way to go babysit. And we went through Taco Bell drive-thru, and I was like, I'm going to blitz this girl. I'm going to blitz this girl. I'm going to blitz this girl. And guess what? I didn't blitz this girl. I got scared and I chickened out and I didn't blitz her. And not even 10 minutes later, the person that was sitting on white couch at conference said, that person you just didn't blitz, that was your ambassador diamond. You're telling me I was too afraid to hand her a card, so I just missed out on my ambassador diamond? Does that not scare everybody just a little bit? That person that, you gave your money to when you were getting gas at the gas station, that was your presidential. How does that make you feel? You're sitting at home, could have a brand new, the start of a presidential leg on your chart right now if you had just handed her that card, but you didn't. So with that being said, that's how I look at messaging. I know what these products do. And that's one of the biggest thing about haters. All my downlines come to me and they're like, this girl says it's a scam. Nobody questions me anymore. Nobody tells me this isn't real. Nobody tells me, because they know that I'll prove them wrong. I had a business meeting with a teammate, and we went to a local wing place, and there was this drunk guy at the bar, and I had my It Works shirt on. And he was like, oh, it works, yada, 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 like just being a drunken jerk. And I walked past him to go to the bathroom, and he started going off about the It Works. And I turned around with like the most sass that I could like conjure up. May have been that shot of Jack I had just done. Love business meetings. And I turned around and I said, yeah, it does work. Want me to tell you how I just earned a $10,000 bonus? And all of a sudden his face fell like this. All of his friends stopped laughing. The girl whose nose was so far in the sky sitting next to him was like, and I was like, yeah, do you want me to tell you about it? And he's like, no, I'm good. So I turned around and I left. I'm not afraid to tell you what this company does. I'm not afraid to tell you about the products. I'm not afraid to defend what my business. I'm not afraid to defend what I love. You know what? Somebody was talking bad about my dogs. I'd say something to him. Somebody had something to say about me and Matt walking down the street. I'd say something to him. So if you're going to say something about my business, oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. So with that being said, when it comes to messaging, you have to look at it like, if I don't message this person, that person could have been your presidential diamond. And one thing that I said when they said this on White Couch was they said to us, God is constantly putting people in your business, putting people in your life that need this business, God is putting runners in your life left and right. The girl at McDonald's, the girl that you checked out with at the grocery store, that could have been your runner. If God is throwing runners at you, it's your own fault that you're not grabbing them. And all you have to do is send a message, send a blitz card, So look at it that way. Look at it as like, if I don't message, I'm afraid that if I don't message that person, she's going to be a presidential diamond for somebody else. And I'm not cool with that because I want her for myself. I'm greedy. So if you look at messages like that, I feel like that's really helped me. The next question is, how do you go about posting and messaging without annoying people? I'm going to warn you guys one more time. Take this with a grain of salt. If you feel like you're annoying, you are. Sorry. If you feel like you're annoying people with your posts, you are. If you feel like you are annoying people with your posts, then you are. If you're saying, join my team, get a $500 bonus over and over again, yeah, that's annoying. If you're saying greens, try these greens, they make me feel great 12 times a day, yeah, that's annoying. That is annoying. You are being annoying. So with that being said, not only do you need to be being personal in everything that you do with this business, every post, it's your mindset. I don't think I'm annoying. I don't think that I'm annoying. I think I'm changing lives. When I message people, I'm doing them a favor. If I message, when I message Matt, I'm not asking Matt to do something for me. I'm not asking Matt to try a product for me. I'm saying, hey, Matt, I'm going to help you change your life. Do you mind? Do you mind if I just help you change your life really quick? Do you mind? When you help people change their lives, when you're of value to someone else, they're like, hell yeah, help me change my life, girl. Please. I need, something's got to change. But if you go into it like, I need something from you. I need you to be a 90-day product model. I need you to try my greens. I need you to join my team. It's not going to work. You have to say, I'm going to change your life. Are you interested? I'm going to help you grow your hair. Don't be annoying. Be personal and be in it for them. This business is about, Mark says, I'm blessed to be a blessing. You're in this business not for yourself. I know we all got in it for ourselves, but no longer are you in this business for yourself. You're in this business to help other people. That's what It Works is founded on. So if you're in this trying to find product models so that you can promote to Ruby, then chances are people are going to think you're annoying. I hate those cold messages that are like, hey girl, I'm going for a big promotion right now, blah, blah, blah. What? It's not, what? Who's going to do me a favor? Nobody. I'm asking you if I can do you a favor and change your life. Does everybody understand that? Yeah. Okay. Next question. And I like this one because this is a huge one about mindset. And so it says, I've been having trouble with getting loyal customers and distributors. I've been following post after post, trying new techniques, and nothing seems to work. I live in a small area where, one, the economy is still horrible, and two, not a lot of people have heard of this company and are a little hesitant of ordering or even selling. Are there more tips you can give me? Are there tips that you can give me to be more successful? Hold on. You're telling me you live in a town where the economy's bad and none of them have heard of It Works? You sound like the luckiest person on the Zoom. Are you kidding me? You're looking at this like this is a problem. I'm looking at it like, can I come to your house and live in your town? Because I'll be happy to hand out some Blitz cards to people that need this business in their lives. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's break this down. All right? I live in a town right now where I live, economy shot. Literally everybody in this town is broke, including, we were broke. Everybody in this town's broke, and several of them have heard of It Works. I've hit the freaking jackpot. Hello, I'm going to build a killer-ass team in Lancaster, South Carolina, and they're going to all need this because they're broke. And they're all going to need this. Are you, listen, you guys, I grew up in, the most uppity, snobby, white suburban neighborhood, white suburban town, okay? If you went back to my hometown and called up my best friend's mom who makes, $500,000 a year because she's a doctor, and I tried to tell her, hey, do you want to join my team for an extra $100 a month? She'd laugh in my face. You're in the prime location. These people need $100 a month. They're saying that they don't have $100 a month. What? Do you understand what I'm saying about this being mindset too? You're looking at it like this is a problem, and I'm saying, you know what? Maybe it's a problem, but you're the solution. Go out there and hand out some Blitz cards. In this town, I'm not from here. I know about 3 people here. I go to Matt's Facebook because this is where he grew up. I go to the local boutique in Lancaster, and I follow a ton of people because I know that they need this. And I'm going to be the one that and if they haven't heard of It Works, they're hesitant, that's okay. You're going to teach them about it. So stop looking at it like it is a problem. Stop looking at it like it's, disadvantage to you. Stop looking at it as poor me. And realize that you're in a town surrounded by people that need you. You're about to be the goddamn Clark Kent of wherever you live. You're about to be Superman. Why in the world are you complaining? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just had to, that question I saw it and I was like, oh, this girl doesn't even know what she has her hands on. People on this Zoom would die to be in your town. They'd be out there handing out Blitz cards on the corner. So yeah, that is that question. If they are curious, and this goes off, somebody asked the question saying people have been saying, what did she say? People have been saying that, oh crap, what did she say? Oh, I'm going to wait to see if you're successful. That's what they keep saying. I'm going to wait and see if you're successful. Fine by me. Just you wait. I'll hit you up in 6 months and we'll talk then. I'm not afraid. I know where I'll be in 6 months with this company, and I know that's hard. I'm assuming that you might be new, and I know that you probably want results like, yeah, I know you probably want results like right now. You're like, I need to go Ruby. I need that $500 right now. I know it's hard, but that's the attitude you have to have. That's how I am. You know, when I signed up, it's funny, you guys, I'll tell you this. When I signed up, everybody in my town, my hometown back in Danvers, had something to say. Man, they had something to say about me doing this. If you look at 90% of my downline, they're from my hometown. They watched me. They watched me. They saw that I didn't quit, and they're like, "Oh shit, I guess we should go join." Like, I guess she does have something like that. She, you know, is working for her. So they will watch you. Make them curious, okay? One of the things that I learned on the cruise was that you have to stop name dropping, okay? We do this all the time in our product posts. You take a picture with the hair, skin, and nails, and it says, "It works." So product posts, you can't really get around it. However, with our life post, stop saying, "It works, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works," because this Ambassador Diamond, who was in this elevator with me and Melissa, she told us, she said, you know what happens when you keep saying "it works"? Well, if you continue to name drop this girl before you've even talked to her, she hasn't reached out to you, she hasn't liked anything, but she's been thinking about joining your team. And she's going to hop on her laptop and she's going to type into Google, "It works." And she's going to come up with about 10 bad reviews. Do you want your potential seeing bad reviews? No. I want them asking me about the compensation plan. I want them asking me about how to go Ruby. I want them asking me how to make a full-time income from my phone. I don't want Google answering any of their questions. So be careful about how often you name drop "it works," because you want people to come to you and say, "What is that company you work for? How did you get that job? What do you do?" You want people to be curious, so remember that. We have a couple questions left. Hold on, I'm reading this. I'm going to cover life posts in a second. But Matt, can you pour me some more of this, please? Matt, you need to get with the program before I... Okay. The last couple questions. Oh, this is a good one. Someone said, "I'm not super broke. So how do I relate to people that are super broke?" I remember she said in the thing about how, you know, her boyfriend or her husband does have a good job. So they're not like scraping pennies and eating off the dollar menu. Rock on, girl. Here's the thing. You don't have to be broke to relate to people that are broke. Every time I walk through, I don't have children yet, but every time I walk through the grocery store and I walk through the aisle that has the baby formula on it, I literally like almost faint every time. Do y'all know how expensive baby formula is if you don't have a baby? Holy crap. So you don't have to be broke, but you can say, "I was walking through the grocery store the other day and saw how much formula was, and my heart just breaks for, you know, all of those people out there that struggle to afford formula. I've been so blessed with this business. You know, I know that there are moms out there that struggle to buy diapers. If you could just use an extra $200 a month, like, I want to be the one that teaches you how to get there." Makes sense? You don't have to be broke. You can afford formula, but you can talk about people that can't, and you can relate that way on a personal level. And the other thing, one of my famous lines is, I talked to this girl yesterday. She's a single mom. She, you know, doesn't have any help. Besides, she's the only one. She works 50 hours a week. Her kids are in daycare. I talked to her yesterday, and I'm just so shocked that I feel so bad for her because there are other people out there, you know, and go from there. You don't have to talk about your life all the time. Talk about other people. You guys, on a daily basis, I probably talk to over 25 different people that are struggling and struggling bad. So is that not eye-opening to all of us? The fact that there are people out there, and you may have been one of them at one point, or maybe you still are in a situation where you're hurting and, you know, the bills are still getting pushed off. Does that not make sense, you guys? That you don't have to be broke to relate with people that are broke. I hate that word broke. I feel like it's so mean. Okay. Two more questions. I find that people are interested, but then they start ignoring me. I feel like people are interested, but then they start ignoring me. Two reasons. One, you're not making them feel like they can do this. You're making them ignore you because they don't think, you're not giving them anything to grab onto. Or you're not making them say, I want that. So you have to think about your posts. Are your posts making someone think that they can do this? Any old plain Jane. Okay? Or are you making them think that they want what you have? And what I mean by that, and this is something that I got off a training with Carrie and Alyssa, was that Alyssa, every single day, posts a picture and says, this is my office view, no matter where she is. And I follow her on Snapchat, and every single time she's at Harper's, I feel like I know her personally. Every time that she's at Harper's swimming lessons, she posts a Snapchat. And the other day she said, I'm so thankful I can work my business from swimming lessons. Well, there's some mom in California that might follow her who's also sitting at her daughter's swimming lessons, scrolling through her phone anyway, not getting paid for it. Hey, look, if I'm working my business at my daughter's swim lessons and you're already at your daughter's swim lessons, let me show you how you can make money while you're there too. It's easy. Same thing. I have a college student on my team who came to me and she was like, how do I make people want what I have if I haven't gotten paid more than, $30? And I'm like, simple. We have something everybody wants. I don't care who you are. If I'm talking my age, 21 to 25 to 27 to 30, whatever. It's 2017. Anybody wants to make money and anybody is on their phone. So really, we do have something everybody wants. Some of them don't want to admit it yet, and that's fine. But I told her, I remember being on campus, and sometimes the classes will run over. And so there'll be like 15 people standing outside in the hallway. You guys know what I'm talking about. You stand outside in the hallway and you wait for the next class so that you can go in. Well, that's funny because there's 15 people standing outside that classroom and only one of them is making money while they're doing it. Guess which one? Oh, the college girl that does It Works. Imagine that. So she doesn't have to be making any money to tell people, hey, I'm on my phone. I'm making money doing the same thing you're doing right now. Why aren't you doing it? So does that make sense? You have to make people think they can do it. You have to constantly say, I'm working my business from here. I'm working my business from here. I'm working my business from here. Every single day, I told my team, at least every other day, you should be posting this is my office view. This is where I'm working my business, whether it be, and try to switch it up, whether it be the other day I did a live video. I was out at the barn doing stalls. No matter where it is, this business, you can work from anywhere. So show people that. Hold on. I want to see. I don't even know. I want to see if she was on here. I don't think she is. Okay. So the next question is, and this is my favorite, right? I'm not a mom. I'm a dog mom. I'm not a mom. I'm a dog mom. I'm a cool mom. I am, you guys, all right. I'm not a mom to children that have two legs. I'm a dog mom. And one of the things that one of my downlines always asks me, and this is her question, is I have all different types of followers. All different types of followers. How do I relate to more than just the moms? Y'all moms, I swear, pulling those kids, using them as your why. I'm telling you, when I have kids, my life post, you guys think they're good now, just you wait, I'm telling you guys. So with that being said, moms relate to moms. I have some moms on my team, but it's not because they can relate to the fact that I've changed a diaper before. I mean, let's be real. So it is true. You're going to relate to the people that you make those posts about. So I said to her, are you just a mom? Is that all you are? You're just a mom? I mean, I don't mean it like that, mom, sorry. you're not just a mom, okay? You're also a 21-year-old. You also have a cat. You also used to work for, whatever, a service thing. Ah, she is here. Good. I'm glad you're listening. You're not just a mom. So stop talking about, stop saying, well, how do I relate to? Well, start talking about those things. Start talking about your cat. You know what? Anyone can relate to paying for gas. You can be, somebody that goes in a rocket ship. You can be somebody that, you could be anybody. Everybody has to pay for gas, and anybody can relate to paying for gas. So anybody can relate to paying for gas. Anybody can relate to paying for, pet food. Almost everybody has a pet. Anybody can relate to going out to dinner. Anybody. So the reason that you're only relating to moms is because you're turning every single life post into being a mom. Does that make sense? I mean, I would assume it would. So with that being said, if you're a mom and you're not in like college right now, but you want to reach out to and talk about those couple college girls on your timeline, talk about the fact that, you were able to go out and buy a bottle of wine or something. I don't know what a college kid's like. Remy. So with that being said, the reason you're relating to just moms is because that's all your life posts are talking about is being a mom. You can't just if you're just going to market to one person, then that's okay. But understand that that's the one market that you're going to hit on. Okay, so when it comes to life posts, I do two a day. I do one in the morning and one at night. And sometimes I get a little crazy because it's like writing life posts for me is like a high. So sometimes I do more than I should. Sometimes I do a lot. But I aim for one in the morning and one at night. And this is another thing that I took from Alyssa and Carrie's training was Alyssa said in the morning, people are not really on Facebook to read a novel, right? People are on Facebook, they're scrolling through, maybe they're waiting for their shower to warm up before they get in the shower. That in the morning is a good time for inspirational quotes, like something that they can see that's going to brighten up their day, something they're going to think about while they're driving to the car, maybe, something like that. More people want to read at nighttime. All of us right now are about to, start scrolling on our phones and start working our businesses. And I know if my ex-best friend posts 7 paragraphs about her baby daddy, I'm going to be obligated to read that paragraph because I just need to know what's going on and I'm nosy and what else am I doing right now besides being on Facebook. So with that being said, people are more willing to read longer posts at nighttime. So if that helps you with doing life posts, that's kind of one of the tips that I got from that training was that more life posts in the morning. More the longer life posts at night. So what do I post? Let me tell you guys something. I could go through the 7,000 pictures on my phone right now because I have a fear of missing out or / deleting them in general. I could go through my pictures right now, scroll through, and every single freaking picture I could make a life post about. There's not one picture on here that I couldn't make. Unless it was like a screenshot of a conversation or something. Any picture like, okay, here's my, you can't see it, hold on. Here's my stepdad at the vets. I can make a life post about that. I don't go to work. So I got to go and help my dad with my stepdad with the 3 dogs, because my mom has 7. Help him with his 3 dogs at the vet, and he needed my help, but my mom couldn't go because my mom works a 9-to-5 job. So any single picture in this phone, you could scroll through and find a picture, and I could turn into a life post. Give me one of your pictures and I'll turn it into a life post, okay? Anything can be made into a life post. So that's what do I write a life post about? Anything. But in here, hold on, I want to see what this question is. And I just have one good thing I want to leave you guys with before I open it up. Fear of life post on business, public account, or Facebook putting it to public. Hold on, I'm confused. Because I don't want to. You have a distributor, I'm assuming, that says that they don't want to sell anything already. Wait, they don't want to sell anything. I already said just share what others don't sell. Okay, I'm confused. So if anybody else could clear that up for me. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go to what I was doing because I want to answer your question, but I just don't understand it. Okay, so this is probably going to be like the number one most valuable thing that you take from this. In college, I became friends with this girl named Bria. And basically, I met her. And we became really, really close. She was skinny, and she had the most perfect skin complexion. And her eyebrows, I've never seen such perfect eyebrows my whole entire life. I'm telling you, I wanted to be this girl so bad. She drove a Camaro. I didn't even care about Camaros until I met her. And then once I met her, I wanted to be her so bad that I was willing to go out and buy a Camaro, which I still haven't done, but it's on my dream board. Now I'm not even friends with her anymore, but I still want that Camaro because of how cool she looked driving that Camaro, all right? I still remember the music she used to play in that Camaro. Oh my gosh, I still want to like secretly still kind of really wish my eyebrows looked like that. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that she made me want what she had. So she could have told me that she was signing up to go to the moon for a month, and I probably would have signed up with her because I wanted to be her that bad. And one of the things in this whole scheme of things is that my whole entire life I wanted to be somebody else. My whole life I've wanted to be somebody else. I wanted to have somebody else's body, somebody else's parents, somebody else's car, somebody else's, I don't even know, whatever. I always wanted to be someone else. And I had this distributor sign up. She's about to go executive this month. I'm really excited for her. And I had her sign up. And I remember that she told me in a message, she said, I want your life. And for the first time in my whole entire life, it clicked. She wasn't signing up to be a part of the business. I mean, now she is a part of the business. Obviously, she loves the business. She was signing up because she wanted what I had. She wanted what I had. And she didn't know where else that she could get that besides from me. She wanted what I had. So, with that being said, what sets you apart from, what makes you different from somebody else on their timeline? What sets you apart from the 4 other distributors on their timeline? You have to, and you guys, it didn't start out this way. I used to mass message people, not good. People would have been like, oh girl, you're probably gonna, get kicked out by Mark because you message so much. But I've gotten to a point where I don't have to cold message to get distributors anymore. I sign around on average anywhere between, 5 to 8 distributors a month, and every single one of them comes to me and says, what are you doing? I want in. Every single one. I don't have to go out and spend hours cold messaging people because through my post, they want what I have. And that is the thing, you guys, we're all different. We're all different. I'm able to connect with people that want to be stay-at-home dog moms. I get to connect, but it's not that complicated either. I mean, the other day I posted a picture and it was $40, and I was in the pickup line at Domino's. And so I posted a picture and I said, at 22 years old, I remember there was a time where I couldn't afford pizza. That's kind of admitting that at 22 years old, I was, broke. I said, I couldn't afford pizza and bread bowls. And how thankful am I that on a Friday night, I get to go pick up pizza, I get to fill up my tank, and I get to treat myself. I said, how many of you on my timeline right now, on Friday, probably your payday, cannot treat yourselves to a pizza craving. And I left it at that. And I made them think. Well, I can't afford pizza. 8 people within the next 2 hours messaged me and said, I can't afford pizza. What are you doing? Or what is it that you're doing? How do you afford pizza on Friday nights? You guys, I'm telling you, it's that simple. You just have to make them say, I want what she has. And it doesn't have to be that I'm a full-time, stay-at-home dog mom. It doesn't have to be anything. It could just be filling up your gas tank. But you have to make people see what you're doing and say, I want that. I want that. And that is my number one tip for you guys, is that if people don't look at your posts and say, I want that, you're going to sign up people. 9 times out of 10, they'll get 2 customers and they'll quit. Do you know how I sign up girls that want this? Because they want it. They come to me. I don't go chasing them. I don't go blowing up their phones every 7 seconds about joining my team. I don't. And obviously Follow Up Friday, I follow people up. I follow up with people. But I don't beg people to be on my team. They want what I have. And that's something that every single one of you guys you guys have to do it for yourselves. Every single one of us are different. I could spend the next 7 days talking to each of you one-on-one, trying to find out what it is that you have that people want. But you have one thing and you can make money from wherever the hell you are. So just make it happen. That is my advice, you guys. Every single one of you guys are capable of building a Ruby leg every single month. Every single one of you can do it. But to be honest, who puts in the work? Who puts in that extra 2 minutes into that life post? Who then writes the life post, go back and reads it and says, can anybody copy this? Is this going to be the one that makes someone sign up? You guys, I put in a lot of work to my life post. I put in a lot of work. But now, because I put in all this work into my life post, I don't have to put into the work of messaging people 24/7 to get them to join my team and begging them and all of that. So that is my number one tip for you guys, is that you have to be valuable to somebody. You have to be valuable to somebody. If you're just sitting here going, join my team, I'll help you get $500, they're going to be like, yeah, whatever. You have to be valuable to them. You have to be of something. I'm trying to think of how to word this. I can say all that I want, join my team, join my team, join my team. But if I don't sit there and write a drawn out life post telling you how I am going to help you every single step of the way become a stay-at-home dog mom because your house is under foreclosure and I understand and I'm going to help you and I promise I'll be there with you and I will teach you how to use social media. If you're not putting in that extra work and making yourself of value to somebody, they don't care about you. They don't care about your posts. People are greedy as hell. What can you do for them? What can you do for them? So with that being said, that is kind of my number one thing, is that you guys, you have to make people want what you have, and you have to give them what other people won't. Okay? On my timeline, people are not posting, besides like all of you guys, people are not posting inspirational statuses about, yada, yada, yada. So when I'm the only person on their timeline that tells them in the morning, you're beautiful, you deserve it, you have a nice butt, they're like, hell yeah, Allie's my girl. Like, she wakes me up with that quote. I'm that one person. And that really is what it comes down to, is that you guys have to understand that we're one team, one mission. We are one team, one mission. But I kind of look at it like some competition, all right? Like, I'm like, if somebody else, if somebody's following me and then, another distributor, hell no, I'm doing whatever I have to do to make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. You're gonna be mine. Okay? Because guess what? Person who enrolls the most, person whose team enrolls the most, They get to ambassador. They get to the top the fastest. You know, this is a one team, one mission. We are all sisters. We're all here for each other. But the people that are willing to put in the work and make people feel valuable, stop. This isn't for you. This isn't for you. And if you look at your business like it's for you, that's what's tripping you up. Is because you're in this for yourself, and that is your problem. Mark did not make a company for everybody to just do their own thing. No, he said, I want to make a company where people help each other. I want to make a company where people make people's other lives better, you know? I'll talk to anybody that messages me. I think half the people on here have messaged me. I don't make any money from you. But you sure as hell bet I'm going to sit there and talk about how to write a life post with you and go over it and help you, you know? This isn't a business for you. This is a business for everybody. This is a business that's going to change other people's lives. And you have that ability to do that. So stop being selfish. Stop being selfish. Stop half-assing, because it's not going to get you anywhere. You're going to half-ass, either all in or all out. And do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. So, okay, I'm going to open up for questions now. Okay, wait. People who say I don't want to sell anything or bother my friends about it, unsure about putting my life on public account as I have children, and there's a lot of people out there you don't want knowing your personal life. That's hard because I'm not a mom. That's hard because I'm not a mom and I don't. But for a while, you know, I couldn't admit things because my dad still paid child support. Hush. So for a while, my dad paid child support and I couldn't let him know. So I made a list. I made a list on Facebook, and the people I didn't want seeing that stuff, they didn't see it. But, you know, the people I added from groups like Mini Pig Heaven group on Facebook, sure as hell I bet they're seeing everything. So with that being said, and as for people that are, you guys have to understand this is where I was talking to Brianna about it today. And we were talking about patience. And with this business, you have to be patient. I do not want people that are like, want this thing to be get rich quick. I don't want people that are unsure of themselves. That's why my team is killing it. It's because every single one of them are like here for a reason. They're not just here because they're like unsure of what to do and they're just like, oh, like, They know what they want. They have goals. They have clear-cut goals. They know I communicate with them. My downlines communicate with their downlines. You can't just sign anybody. The cool part about this, and this is something I just recently learned, is you get to be picky about who joins your team. You don't have to say, yes, join my team to anybody. And you guys best believe that I have told several people, I don't think you would be good for this business. And I'm not afraid to tell somebody that. I'm not afraid to give up a spot on my diamond chart. I'm not afraid to not fill a box because I don't think they'd be good for this. I'm not going to make you spend your $99 if I don't think you'll be good for this. If you're telling me that you can't find, 4 people on your Facebook that want to buy your products, okay, see you later. I don't think you'd be good for this. So I think Jennifer, you're afraid to sign distributors and let them down. One, it sounds like you need to do some personal development because that's something that's in your own head. Every single one of us can be great leaders, but it sounds like something's in your head telling you like, I don't want to let them down. Maybe you feel like you're letting yourself down. I don't know what it may be. If you private message me after this, I can help try and talk to you about that. I think this might be like a case on case thing, but not everybody is just like ready to sign distributors, like I don't know when you started, but I know when I started, I didn't even care about distributors. I just needed loyal customers. I was like, okay, I'm going to go sell some wraps. Yeah. Like I didn't know I needed teammates. Like it took me a while. And trust me, if you ask some people on my team that have been with me for this past year, they'll tell you, gosh, has Allie gone through some ups and downs as a leader. Times where they have probably wanted to cuss me out and quit my team. I lost a girl because I was too selfish about my own chart to care about her chart. She was my ruby on one of my legs, and she quit. Canceled her account because I was too concerned about myself. So as a leader, I've made mistakes. I've lost legs. But I mean, it's part of we're all learning together. You know, every day is new for all of us. So Melissa, what's your question? Can you unmute yourself? I'm excited.
I know. Okay. So, you know how I'm like so scared to do live videos. So like yesterday when I did one, like I'm not even joking, I psyched myself out for like an hour. Like I did like videos like on my phone, like of myself, and like rehearsed and like psyched myself out for literally one whole hour before I did it. Yeah. So like when you go live, do you just do it? Or are you just like, oh, here's my phone, like let me go live? Or do you have like a plan, or like, I don't know, what do you think about before you go live? Because like I get so petrified.
So I have like a like I don't just like go live and like not have something I want to talk about. So one, you have to have something that you want to talk about. If it's your story, if it's an aha moment, if it's a personal development, something, that's fine. But you guys have to understand this. I was talking to, when I went to this business meeting the other day, and she said, yeah, you know what? When I started, I thought you had to be, and I don't want anybody to take offense to this, but I thought you had to be pretty, skinny, and blonde to be good at this. So this stereotype that you have to be perfect to sell some reps, that's what you have to think about, is that by showing people, even if you mess up, I made a live on my birthday taking shots for every time I said BOGO. All right, I am by no means Mark's star distributor, ideal distributor, okay? But you know what? I got so many people that messaged me and were like, yeah, girl, like, you sell those BOGO wraps, like whatever it was, you know? So I think that's the biggest thing, is that we want to be perfect. We want to have the perfect Zoom. We want to have the perfect Facebook Live. But when we do that and all we show people is, hey, look how perfect I am on this Zoom. Like, look at my eyelashes perfectly done. Like, then they think that they have to be like that to be successful at this. And I think that's one thing we've always talked about. I remember you saying, Melissa, from the very beginning, is that is one of the biggest reasons that you look up to Jade, is because she's here with her messy bun posting statuses about not shaving her legs for 6 months. And hell yeah, she still makes more money than anybody I know. So, you know what I mean? Like, be a Jade. Like, and that's the coolest thing, is that, okay, so if it's really that bad, when you end the live, you can delete it. And the only people that'll see it are the people that like hopped on. But you know what I mean? Like, don't be perfect. Don't show people like, oh, my makeup's all done and I am go freaking perfect. Like, no, because that's what turns people away, is that they're like, oh shit, I'm not skinny, pretty, and blonde. I can't do this, damn it. I feel like that's, you know, that was what my friend had said. She was like, she posted a Courtney Boers story, and this girl came on her and was like, oh, you have to be tan and bleach blonde and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's why I'm careful about posting other people's stories, because I don't want them to see, you know, how beautiful and blonde Carrie, Courtney, and Courtney are, and think that you have to be beautiful and blonde to rock this business. Does that make sense? Okay, Tina. You guys have your hands raised. I don't know what that means, but if you have something to say, I don't know what hands raised means. All right, Tina, I pick you. I have to unmute yourself.
Okay. You guys know I hate going live, okay? I'll make a video on my phone, like, over and over and over. First of all, hold on, I have to ask a question. Melissa, what the hell are you wearing?
Like your Christmas.
I've been, like, staring at you for the past half hour.
A dog.
Tell me that's not, like, a puppy dog bathrobe. It is a dog bathrobe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute. I mean, you should go live.
Spring break tank top from 2011 and a dog blanket, because I didn't leave my house today. Like,
yeah, see, that's what you need to get on, wearing, like, on live, wearing that, and be like, hell yeah.
I thought it was a bathrobe or a sweater, like an ugly sweater. Like, I thought she was coming from an ugly sweater party or whatever.
Yeah,
I thought she was wearing. Now she's like gonna take it off. No, Melissa. I'm like, what the hell are you wearing?
Melissa jeans.
Yeah. But anyways, okay. So.
Isn't she in Florida?
Yeah, I know.
Why is she wearing sweaters?
Well,
It got
I look naked and everything.
here, Brian. Jeez.
I don't know. She's talking. Aubrey's so miserable. Okay, so this is why I hate live videos because I always have children like screaming in the background. But I had one the other day, and I was doing it like for a bunch of potentials. I'm just gonna stick on my food. Hold on.
YOLO.
I'm always okay.
That's why we
See,
have
that
kids.
quiets her down really quick. Oh my God, this is recorded too. But I did a live video on Caitlin's Zoom for her potential distributors the other day, and I thought it was hilarious because she asked me like, hey, can you do a live video? And I'm like go live on Facebook. Are you kidding me? I just, every time I do make a video, it takes me like forever, and I'll like delete it, and then it's ridiculous. So I went live, and I had like my daughter kicking and screaming in the background. Like no, like I locked her in her bedroom, and she was kicking her door because she was being horrible. And I'm like, whatever, like I have to go live. So they heard like a screaming, kicking.
I think you're like tormenting your children.
Like, yeah, and that's fine. I'm like, you know what? Half of you guys are probably moms. Like, I'm not ashamed, okay? If I need to put my kid in a closet, no, not really like a closet, but like in her room and lock the door and be like, you know what? This is my life. Yeah, exactly. It's my life. And you know what? Half of you probably think like some of the uplines that we have their lives are perfect, and it's totally not like that. Like most of them are my friends, and we like talk every single day about how like our kids are driving us insane and stuff. And Allie is the one who like inspires me to do videos. I don't do it very often. She basically tells me like I need to lead from the front, and I'm like, thanks, Allie. And so when I did that though, it made me feel like so much better about myself, because I'm like, you know what? These moms know that life is not perfect. Every mother knows that you're going to get pissed off at your kids. You're going to throw them in a room one day and be like, just sit in timeout, shut up, you know? And that's, I mean, everyone saw that. And I felt bad because I'm like, that looks like I'm like freaking horrible mom. But you know what? We all have those days. And I just like showed them that they're not alone, and my life is absolutely insane, and I have 3 like young children, so anyone can do this business and anyone can be successful, because really like our lives are not perfect. And
well, that's the thing though, when people share stories, like just little snippets of like the story I shared last night of how Jocelyn is like 23 years old making bajillions of dollars, and then they see Jocelyn's picture. Even Matt made a comment that was like, I bet she has a professional photographer that follows her around, and that's why she signed so many distributors. Well, if Matt, my like social media, not their boyfriend, catches things like that, what do you think my followers see when they see me posting pictures of, you know, people who look perfect in pictures? Like, I think that, and it's not, I'm not saying that we shouldn't share their stories, but you just have to understand that by posting, you know, story after story after story, if you're not careful about mixing up hair colors or mixing up, you know, body types or whatever it may be, people will stereotype what it takes to be at the top of this business. And that was, I think, one of the things that I would never want my followers to think, because I'm, you know, I'm blonde, but, and I'm pretty, but I'm not, you know, I'm not a size 0, you know, so I don't want people to think that because I'm, you know, whatever. So that's a good point. And that is something that nobody that watches my Zoom, my lives, will hear babies screaming in the background, because I'm not at that point in my life yet. But that's something that you have over other people. And that's something that, you know, if let's say Molly followed me and followed you and was thinking about signing up, but saw your post and was watching your kids scream in the background, and then her baby's screaming in the background, she's automatically going to be drawn to you before she's drawn to me, because I'm yelling at my dogs that are barking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard not to, you want to be perfect because you want to like portray this like professional business type thing. But let's be real. Like what is professional with it works. Like we're all in, half of us aren't wearing bras right now. Like we're at a business meeting. Like what is professional with It Works? Yeah, see? Yeah. I think that's a good point. Does anybody, yes, Tina, thank you. Thank you, Tina. Does there anybody else have a question? Somebody else had their hand raised. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a question or what. Or we can stop this. Get on top of my pants, y'all. For anybody that watches this in 2020 when I'm an ambassador, that's what I always think when I record things like this and put them on YouTube. I'm like, I can't wait to go back 2 years from now and watch this. Okay, I'm going to stop.